With so many options, why choose Arizona State University?
For me, the only online option was ASU because of the quality. Their faculty was really involved with their students and care about your personal journey. The dedication to my personal development from my professors, that's been extremely valuable to me.
Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Explore more than 350 plus undergraduate, graduate, and certificate programs at asuonline.asu.edu.
Welcome, everyone, to the Cyclist Committee podcast. This is our podcast for the evening of February 22nd, 2026. As always, I am Jordan, and with me tonight, I have Commish, Pitt Girl, and producer Arthur on the ones and twos. Commish, how are you, sir?
I'm good. Had fun. Another birthday party for the kiddo this weekend. Just so much stuff. Just having fun. We're good.
Pitt Girl?
It's snowing.
Happy snowing?
Happy snowing. It's pretty. I am not in the big snow zone of the nor'easter that is currently doing bombogenesis, as the weather people call it.
That sounds like a Pokemon.
It really does. But I am getting the snow and it is very beautiful. So I really can't complain.
Well, folks, sadly, it's our last Olympic update. Okay, the big things. U.S. women's hockey, gold.
Yeah!
Yeah.
U.S. men's hockey, gold.
Yeah!
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm gonna be honest. Had Sidney Crosby played, I would have had more feelings on this game.
Correct.
But since he was out of the lineup, so interesting thing.
Sid also already has a gold medal, and so yeah. I don't feel as bad about it.
No, I don't feel bad about him not winning another gold medal. I would feel like had he been out there on the ice, it would have gotten me to be like, oh, let's go Sidney Crosby.
Yeah, this is fair. But also noted former Penguin Jake Gensel, now an Olympic gold medalist.
Yes. So I noticed something interesting. Normally, when you're watching something on NBC for the Olympics, you see the event and you have the broadcasters kind of breaking things down, and they're doing it in a way where they're giving you a lot of backstory on the athletes. They're breaking down a lot of the rules, explaining a lot of the basic aspects of the game, except for hockey. And I don't know, one of the things that I appreciate with the Olympics, and sometimes I think NBC goes too far, but I think they do a really, really good job trying to make it accessible to people. Mm-hmm. And I felt like watching the hockey broadcast, it was like the one sport where it didn't feel like they were really trying super hard to do that.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think there is an assumption at NBC that people who are watching Olympic hockey also watch the NHL. And I don't think that's true. I think there is a subset of people who don't watch the NHL or don't follow the NHL closely, which I don't, who do watch Olympic hockey. And also PWHL, I am not forgetting about you. I do also care about you. Please add a Pittsburgh team so I can care about you more. Thank you.
Did you see what the PWHL is doing to prevent tanking?
No.
Basically, once your team is disqualified from the playoffs, completely, you start in a little mini tournament where you get points for wins. And the team that does the best of the shitty teams gets the first pick.
Okay.
So it's to prevent tank. So right.
That's a good idea, especially in a league that small.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I feel like we should put a pin in this. Maybe an idea for like a half of a future episode. Come up with new NBA anti-tanking formulas.
Start chopping off legs.
Save it for that episode. We're talking about the Olympics right now. I don't know. So for me, I'm watching the game and it's like I have heard of exactly one of these players, and I mainly know who he is because he had a sponsorship deal with a local milkshake chain.
Yes.
Where he played for the Penguins, but the reason, like, I don't follow the Penguins all that closely. Like, I'll go to a couple games a year. Like, it's a good time. And, like, I guess I want them to do well, but I'm also not, like, tuning in. Or, like, I don't know who's on the team besides a handful of guys. But this one player, he had a when he was on the Penguins, Jake Gensel,
Yes.
he had a sponsorship deal with this place called the Milkshake Factory.
Yes.
And every time he scored a goal, the next day, like, his milkshake at the Milkshake Factory was half off.
Correct.
So
you could say they brought all the boys to the yard.
Yes. Yeah. No, the Jake Shakes really do bring all the boys to the yard.
Yeah. No, I've waited in the line, especially the Oakland one, when it's nice weather. Yeah, I've waited in that line before. But yeah, I'm watching and I'm like, man, like, I've heard of one of these guys, and like, I get it's harder for a team sport to kind of, give me a little more.
I have incredibly important news, which is that I have Googled Jake Shake, and one of the top results is Jake Shake, former football player for Indiana.
Huh.
Number 89, he played for them in 2016. Kicker and punter.
Our kind of guy.
Yeah. So shout out to Jake Shake the guy, in addition to Jake Shake the beverage.
It said it was from Lafayette, but I couldn't see what state it was. It'd been from Lafayette, Louisiana. That would have been a total just, oh my God, it's perfect for us. The men's, I'll start with the men's first because it's the most recent, was fucking fast and furious, more than I needed in my life at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
7 a.m.
No, the officials, two of the three officials were NHL officials. They were letting the boys play. And this is, this is the top of the NHL. And so they're all just like zooming around at top speed at 8 a.m. Eastern. I will admit now that I am not a morning person. And I set an alarm so I would watch this game, and I watched the first 2 periods on my phone from my bed because I was not actually getting up and putting clothes on to go watch it on the TV. At the second intermission, I did go get Obnoxiously Pit Boyfriend, and we watched the end of the game on the big TV, which was a good choice. But yeah, 8 a.m. was such a time to be watching hockey this intense.
It was a lot.
This Olympics, right? Like, a lot of times I really like sports that happen in Europe because they get me out of bed, right? Like, that's the primary interest I have in F1. Biathlon typically has a similar time of day as F1 does. This Olympics, though, right? Like, I think the sweet spot is probably like 8 or 9 a.m. where it's like it actually gets me up. When there's an event and it's like, oh, this is a 5 a.m. event here, like 5 a.m. Eastern, it switches from getting me out of bed to getting me to turn it on in bed.
Yep.
And then I don't get out of bed when it's like 8 a.m. and there is an event. Like, because I also
you're there already and it's on already. And so you don't have to go anywhere.
My morning this morning, I was watching the women's 50-kilometer cross-country ski race from my bed. That started at like 5 a.m. I didn't get up till like 5, I think 5:50 was when I like set my alarm, woke up, caught the second part of that. Watched that. Watched the I think women's curling. I saw the women's ski half pipe. The men's 4-man bobsled. I watched all that from in bed. And then it's like, oh, I'm still in bed, and now the hockey's on. And I also got through the first 2 periods before it was like, okay, I should get up and have breakfast, during the 3rd period, because I do have actual things I want to do today. And then, of course, the game went to overtime, so like I was still delayed there. But I'm tired, I gotta say. Like I'm ready to have a better sleep schedule.
The women's game was similarly fast and furious. Both of these went into overtime.
Yes, both
which
of these
brings us to 3-on-3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, both of these games went to overtime. Both of these games were in that situation where one team looks like they're doing a lot better for most of the game, but the score is just kind of vibing in a location. Like the men in particular really looked like they were going to lose to Canada for like the entire game. And yet,
our Canadian friends are a little bitter about this.
I mean, it was wave after wave after wave after wave of like Canadian attack.
Scoreboard.
The U.S. could not get Canada out of their zone, and I was like, oh my god.
Okay, but Connor Hellebuck is a fucking brick wall and also scoreboard.
Yes, and I think it was Nathan McKinnon missed the wide open net too.
Yes, he did, and then he complained about the team looking better. I don't know, dude. Better. Maybe make your shot.
I mean, you had the shot there and you
did.
Missed it. But I look, I think the thing that turned in the men's game for me was when the double minor happened, where gentleman lost his teeth.
Yep.
The high stick was double minor, lost some teeth.
Yep, Jack Hughes. Shout out to Jack Hughes's teeth.
Yeah, then Jack Hughes then commits a penalty too with a high stick unintentionally, and then Canada gets a power play off of the double minor, and I'm like, oh god, this is done. And somehow they survive and get it to OT, and then you do the I love the 3-on-3 OT, which is just like all the traditionalists in the NHL like, I hate 3-on-3 OT, but I kind of like it just because the hockey style is like run the damn ball hockey.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just like we're gonna possess the puck as much as possible. You can't get the puck, and then we're gonna try to score with it, and then like you hope for a turnover. You're like dying for somebody to check the puck out of the opposing team. It's just it's a different level of like, oh my god, OT.
3-on-3 overtime is like rugby sevens, and like it's great. It's not the same.
No.
It doesn't hit quite the same way as like 5-on-5 NHL playoff overtime 3 hits.
Yeah.
And as someone who was a Blackhawks fan and is now a Pens fan, I've seen a lot of that.
There's a lot of OTs I don't want to live to. I'm still mad at Keith Primo. I'm just going to say that. I'm still pissed off at him.
So Arthur? 2 things. One, if you don't like overtime, don't go to overtime. Like, or another goal in regulation. Or give
Canada,
up
did you try actually making a goal on your 40
they tried, but they
shots?
missed.
More than one goal on your 40 whatever shots. No, you didn't, because Connor Hellebuck is the Secretary of Defense.
Well, I mean, that one guy that missed a wide open net. So, I mean, yeah.
So, other point I just want to make. I saw a lot of people had thoughts on specifically the overtime format. And I'm going to be honest, I couldn't care about how many people they got out there. I mean, they could go 3-on-3. They could go 6-on-6. They could go 9-on-9. I don't really care about that. I like the overtime being called sudden death because it reminds me of the Jean-Claude Van Damme movie, Sudden Death.
Oh yeah.
And
that was posted.
So I'm a big fan of that specifically, that aspect. The
Iceberg innocent.
That's true.
Iceberg innocent. Did nothing wrong. It was another person in the suit. It wasn't the real iceberg.
That's true.
Iceberg innocent.
Mm-hmm.
This did lead to 2 very dejected looking Canadian hockey teams.
Yes.
Hitting the silver medal and the adorable plush little Tina the Stoat mascot doll.
So I'm gonna be frankly honest here. Like I could have, like I didn't really like the American men winning. I was just like, okay, sure. If they win, that's fine. I wasn't like, yeah, they win, they win. Okay. The American women, I wanted the American women to win so bad.
Yes,
like I was way like, I need the U.S. women to win this.
Hillary fucking Knight, everybody.
I wanted the U.S. women to win this one way more than I wanted the U.S. men to win. And they did it with, oh my God, like the dangle, the stars dangled banner, I guess is what they called the goal. Like right between the legs, and then just 5-hole for the win. Amazing. And that was a defenseman. Megan, I'm sorry, what was her name?
Defense woman? Defense lady?
Defense lady.
Defense person.
Megan. U.S. women's. I don't know why I'm forgetting her name.
I'm blanking too, and it bothers me. Women's. Hockey.
Please be Megan. Megan Keller. Thank you.
Yes.
All right. I was like, I knew it was Megan.
Yeah, my brain is playing the like Hillary Knight goal to tie to even go to OT.
Yes, that was nice. That was a great deflection.
Which was also very good.
Yes. Yeah, that one was great. And back to Jordan's point. After losing the gold medal game, you're on the ice and they're handing out silver medals to you, and they give you your medal, then they hand you the little stoat. And the reaction of both Canadians, like Canadian hockey team, not Canadians, not Montreal, but Daryl Watts and Nathan McKinnon's reaction by looking at the stoat that they just got with silver medals on is just, I think Spencer Hall said it the best. Is like, if somebody tried to hand me a stuffed animal after I lost, I would punch them. And they look like they wanted to do that immediately.
So I love everything about this. I think it is particularly funny for hockey, and hockey is the only like for real team sport in the Winter Olympics. Like they do the team competitions, and like 4-man bobsled is a team sport, but like in the classic and curling. Yes, sorry, curling. But in the sense of like you've got like a big line of guys you got to go down and hand the medal to.
Yeah.
You've got more than like 4 people you have to give a medal to.
There's not like a bigger team sport in the Winter Olympics at all, right? It's just hockey.
No,
like 25.
It's just hockey.
And like, I mean, biathlon's like 3.
Yeah.
Or like 4 or whatever.
Yeah.
Bobsled's 4. Curling's
4 plus the alternate. Like
4 or 5. There's nothing compares.
Yeah, and then you've got 25 hockey players. 25. And so you're going down the line. You go down the line, everybody gets their medal, and then somebody else goes through and hands out the stuffed animals.
And then 25 stoats came out.
Well, so I feel like this might just be a thing that's we're not really used to in America, because like when I watch biathlon, like I feel like it's pretty customary. Like they have this in biathlon at these World Cup events, they'll have, it's not called like the podium, they'll call it like the flower ceremony, where a lot of times you might get some sort of like medal or trophy, but then there's also some sort of thing, like it could be flowers, it could be it's like some other thing besides the actual like award that you get. And sometimes it is like plushies of the venue mascot.
So I want to give.
So I'm used to seeing this, but I think if you're like, obviously you're not going to see this in like the NHL or something like that.
I want to give a shout out to one of our Discord members, Charlie. Charlie has been photoshopping Perry the Pylon into losers of the college football national championship game in our Discord.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's amazing.
So yeah, like Miami had Perry the Pylon. Max Duggan of TCU had Perry the Pylon. there's been some.
Charlie's got great photoshops.
There was the Urban Meyer with the cold pizza and a stout.
That one sent me.
Yeah, Charlie is a Temple fan. Charlie does Photoshop specifically for Temple too, and they're all fantastic.
Yes, they're awesome.
I am extremely about this. My favorite thing though about both, well, it's always funny to see mad Canadians because that's not an emotion that you think Canadians feel most of the time.
Yeah.
So that's always fun, but also I love the like juxtaposition of Canadian hockey silver medalists being mad to receive plushie as opposed to like Kari Sakamoto and Alyssa Liu helping each other affix the plushie to their medals so that they can walk around with the medal and like plushie with arms wrapped around the ribbon. So then you have the plushie hands free.
Oh, I mean, for most
Vibes were
people,
totally different.
Yes.
I feel like for most athletes at the Olympics, these plushies were iconic.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. You wanted the plushie.
I think even like deep down inside, I think even the hockey players who are mad are gonna be like, okay, but also.
Well, okay, but I think it also comes down to there aren't that many of these Winter Olympic sports where second place is a grave disappointment.
Yep.
The way it is if you're a Canadian hockey player.
Correct.
I want to mention Alyssa Liu, who, besides being the queen at the moment, came out with a very relatable quote. I seem unreliable, but I'm actually very reliable. You just have to trust the process.
Alyssa Liu, welcome to the Sickos Committee.
I'm about to say, put this on my gravestone.
This is our process. We've been doing this podcast for Checks Watch a concerningly long amount of time.
Yes.
Many years at this point.
Many years at this point.
Yeah, several years at this point. And it comes out twice a week despite us having no process.
Well, there's a process.
We have a process. It's just not that good.
There's a process. It's just me randomly throwing shit into a Google Doc. Yes.
We put stuff in a Google Doc and we all show up, and that's enough. Apparently.
That's it. That's what you get here. That's high quality podcasting, folks.
The Canadian curling team who caused all the drama with the boops.
Boopgate.
And the boops and the fooks.
Boops and the fooks.
Ended up winning gold.
Yep.
Over Team GB. Roger Sherman points out that everyone from the Olympic scandals in big air quotes here, actually did great in the Olympics. Canada won curling after Boopgate. Cheating biathlete won 5 medals. Credit card fraud biathlete won 3 gold. Norwegian crotch parachute ski jumper won a bronze.
I'm glad that I know fully what all of this means.
Yeah, me too. None of those words are in the Bible, and yet we know all of them. My favorite part about this
was the Norwegian dude crotch maxing. Can I say that?
What is that?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not super on like up to speed with everything that's going on like TikTok and things.
Yeah.
But anytime I hear someone talking about something maxing, I'm like, that seems weird. I'm out on whatever that is.
We are all too old to be talking about anything maxing.
I don't want to hear about maxing, okay? Like we talked about how people in Pittsburgh will never call something a different thing if it was once called something, right? Like I'm never about maxing. I'm only about HBO maxing.
Mm-hmm.
I do legitimately like that the people with the fun Olympic drama. So like Boopgate and I cheated on the love of my life who I met 6 months ago. And I did mild credit card fraud. Like these are the people who are doing well. And not like the Russian figure skating coach who seems awful in so many ways. Like this works out well. Like give me harmless mess and drama and not like a state-sponsored doping program that is taking advantage of teenagers.
I will say,
Allegedly.
I don't want to like cause any international incidents here, although I feel like we're already kind of internationally incidenting with these countries.
Jordan has already threatened to go to Irish jail. It's fine.
I feel like the vibe not having Russia there was great.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
it felt weird not having Russia in the hockey tournament, but otherwise, yes. Because like this would have been Ovi's last Olympics is like the only thing about it.
The hockey felt vibes wise different than a lot of the other Olympics.
Yes.
Like I would kind of put the hockey off to the side, but I feel like in a lot of these other sports, there was like a lot of real kind of coming together, and we saw various moments where like athletes won won a medal, or like someone had a big success, and everyone seemed very congratulatory. They're just, I don't know, like it felt like I keep saying vibe because of course we know that the slogan for these Olympics was "It's your vibe."
Mm-hmm.
But like, yeah, man, this Olympics was like, it was vibes. It was my vibe.
When the figure skaters get to be a little fun, I didn't realize how fun they can be. This was the gala event where everyone sort of did stuff they had done before that was a little more freeform. We had the Kazakhstan Shiadurov. He showed up in his kung fu fighting panda suit, and he got his ass kicked by a dude from Mortal Kombat and Spider-Man. No, sorry, it was Deadpool.
Yeah, it was Deadpool. I was not going to jump in people's mentions saying that it was Deadpool, but it was Deadpool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, there were a bunch of great things here. Like there was an Estonian figure skater, Nina Petrakina, sorry. Her gala skate was to He Had It Coming from Chicago. Mm-hmm. And she skated around the edge of the rink and had a bunch of men's figure skaters, including Ilya Malinin, be like her victims. It was great. Ilya did a great job of like dropping immediately like he had been shot.
It was good.
Fantastic.
At one point, the Mortal Kombat dude was swinging the panda by his skates. Mm-hmm. It was just, it was so artistic, so sexual. Is that a word I can use?
You can say whatever you want on this podcast, but that's a weird way to phrase that.
Yeah.
I don't think that particular gala skate was horny, but okay.
I think at a certain level,
for someone it was.
I feel like at a certain level, everything in the Olympics is a little bit horny.
That's why they get through so many condoms.
I'm just okay. So, did you watch Kung Fu Panda and have emotions, Jordan? I mean, what's going on here?
Jordan, are we going to be meeting in Pittsburgh for Anthrocon this year?
I mean,
not because I'm going to Anthrocon, but because you're going to be in Pittsburgh, which is closer than Texas.
That tells me everyone there is delightful.
I'm sure they are. I enjoy like seeing them on Action News 4.
Yeah, like as a Pittsburgher, they have a very good reputation.
Yeah.
Like people are generally very excited to host them.
Yeah. Not me though. Would never be me.
Okay. I have my doubts, but okay.
I don't know. It seems like a lot of work.
Yeah. This is a furry neutral to positive podcast, to be clear.
No, like like I'm down with other people doing it. It's like, man, I gotta edit the podcast.
I'm just saying, like, I'm noticing things that there's somebody here always tends to bring that aspect up. So
I feel like with a lot of like those kind of subculture type things, I don't think I'm good enough at networking to actually pursue anything like that.
Furry LinkedIn, but for furries, or just LinkedIn. I repeat myself.
I mean, given the number of them that work in IT, I think you probably do repeat yourself. Yeah.
From Roger Sherman, we have a great story. Mia
I think.
Mia Manganello starts speed skating in 2003, retires after missing 2010 Olympics, becomes a pro cyclist, returns in 2015, in 9 seasons makes 0 individual World Cup podiums. This year suddenly starts winning, announces she'll retire post-Olympics, gets her bronze in her final career race.
Yes!
It was a great story.
So a good chunk of this is that they've added this like mass start speed skating where it races in a way that's has a lot of similarities with pro cycling. So like she just happens to have the exact perfect background of having both the speed skating and pro cycling background for this specific event that they've added to the Olympics.
Guess where she's from?
Mia Manganello. She's from Jersey.
Okay.
Is she from Florida?
Yeah, Fort Walton Beach, Florida.
Nailed it.
Right next to Pensacola, like basically.
Because there's like a speed roller skating scene in Florida.
Yeah, there's an Air Force base. That's where the Blue Angels are based out of. So like there is they used to have, I think they used to have an ECHL team, like a hockey team.
Yeah.
Everywhere had an ECHL team.
Shout out to the Orlando Solar Bears that got mentioned on the gold medal broadcast
Pensacola
today,
Ice Pilots? The Pensacola Ice Pilots?
Man.
The ice somethings. We had to be an ice something.
Ice Flyers.
We can't name sports teams anymore. Like that's a lost art.
I think Solar Bears hits actually.
No, for sure.
Oh yeah,
absolutely,
for sure.
Ice Flyers hits.
Yeah.
I thought they were the Ice Pilots, but maybe
both good.
That could be another team.
Well, yeah,
it probably is another team. They were the Ice Bats in Austin because they have bats and the word ice.
Yeah,
sure.
We have Olympic superlatives. Arthur, you have some?
Yeah, I have some. I don't know if anyone else has any, but I have some.
I'll come up with some while you talk. Go on.
Okay, first up, I have the thing that made me feel the worst about myself watching these Olympics, which I feel like, the Olympics are great. I love watching them, but every so often there's something where it's like, man, I really haven't done anything with my life watching all these people have ridiculous successes.
Damn it. Okay, what was that moment?
But actually, the thing that made me feel the worst about myself wasn't any of that. It was during the figure skating. I want to say it was the figure skater who came in second, one of the Japanese figure skaters. She skated to a song in her short program, and I immediately recognized it. I said, "Oh, that's the song Will Ferrell sings at the end of Step Brothers." And
it's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
Yes.
That's why everybody was saying that. Okay, I didn't see this one. I was like, why is everybody saying that all of a sudden?
I feel bad that, I assume because it's being used in this setting, and also probably because of the way it was used in that movie, that like this has to be some sort of famous like opera piece or something that like highly accomplished. If I was better cultured, I'd know the actual song instead of just the Catalina wine mixer aspect of it. So that just, made me feel like, man, I really don't have enough culture, I have two kind of in tandem here. I have most annoying commercial that played all the time during the Olympics, and I have least annoying commercial that played all the time during the Olympics. I want to shout out the Google AI commercials, because I feel like they featured athletes prominently that did not have very good Olympics. They had a Lindsey Vonn
done way before.
Yeah, pour one out for Ilya Malinin.
Yeah, like they had an Ilya Malinin one where Google AI is talking about how great he is. They had a Lindsey Vonn one.
Oh God.
Yeah.
The Google AI curse.
Every time I saw those, I'm like, oh, I bet that's why that happened. I bet that's why they didn't, because it was AI. That's probably why.
Mm-hmm.
But my actual most annoying commercial, just the one that got on my, like when it went to commercial break and it came on, I'd be like, oh, not this fucking thing again. I'm going to go with the George Clooney, like some sort of delivery food fee thing. That one, for whatever reason.
Who will eat the fees?
Yeah, I think it's because they repeat the words in it so much. That one, I was like, yeah, I'm done with this. I will say, the way that NBC handled things, it was a lot better than 4 years ago. So I'm mainly like, when I'm gonna watch an event where I'm pulling up the Peacock feed at the Olympics, that's most likely happening with biathlon, right? So I didn't have a lot of experience doing this at Paris Olympics in 2024, but the 2022 Olympics, NBC, if you were watching the Peacock feeds, they would just like insert commercials kind of randomly. Like they didn't have a person trying to pick spots to put it in. And they did for the most part this time. So that was something that made the experience a lot better.
Also, a lot of the time, at least on Peacock for me, I got a lot of like, this Olympic event is going to come back, and it's a nice like shot of like Cortina in the snow and some like Olympic sounding music instead of ads. That was also very nice.
I can't even, you had commercials? I'm like, I didn't remember a damn commercial at all.
You don't remember the Starbucks commercial?
No, I don't remember any of the commercial.
I remember the AI commercial.
There's the AI commercial, and there's an ad for like a Peacock show.
No,
they want you to watch.
I would like, here's a Peacock show, or here's a show that's on NBC. There was something with like, I think the only ad I could remember, because it was like, I was like, what is Daniel Radcliffe doing in a show with Tracy Morgan? That was it.
Yeah, there's the Daniel Radcliffe show.
And it was a weird name.
There's the Peacock murder show. There's the Starbucks ad.
That's it.
And the ad that Arthur was talking about.
Because I would switch streams in the Peacock app. I would switch streams, and then you would get
the ads.
That prompt. They would have an auto prompt 15-second commercial, and it would either be like just showing the athletes. Or it would just be like a weird Peacock show that they're doing this. And I also, by the way, the Pensacola Ice Pilots are real. They were they were the team before the Ice Flyers.
So there were Ice Flyers and Ice Pilots. Okay.
Or also on the primetime thing, you would get a 30-second ad saying that primetime was brought to you by Visa.
Yes. I would do this.
Yeah.
Why was so much brought to you by Pokemon today?
Because Pokemon is turning 30.
So I didn't.
I'm gonna turn 30 soon. I'm not buying commercials and sponsoring shit.
That seems like a you problem.
Okay, how much to add myself to the ad read?
I mean,
we'll talk about it offline.
Commish.
For
real though,
what are you promoting here? We got to see if we approve this.
Arthur, the brand.
Arthur, the brand. For real though,
the movie Arthur.
There is a bunch of like new Pokemon shit. There is a Pokemon Direct happening, I think, on Friday this week. And that is the one thing that the what? Yeah, right. That's the thing. That's the thing that the Pokemon company missed, is that like they're promoting Pokemon the Thing, but they're not being like, "Hey, we're doing a bunch of shit because it's our 30th anniversary." You have to have a nerd like me to tell you that. After you ask, why is intermission 1 in every Olympic hockey game brought to you by Pokemon? That's why. Okay. But also because the Pokemon company has a bunch of money, they might as well advertise. It's fine.
Okay, there it is. I found the Tracy Morgan show. It was called The Fall and Rise of Reggie Dinkins.
Yes.
Oh yeah. No. I'm in on this. I'm in on this. Like, I think we've seen like kind of the mockumentary style, I think, kind of run into the ground. When you look at stuff like The Office and Parks and Rec, like there were a lot of shows over the past, 20 years that did that. I like breaking the fourth wall even further. Now it's a show about the documentary people making a movie about this
High School Musical, the movie, the musical, the show.
Tracy Morgan is supposed to be playing a former NFL player like former NFL star. I don't know that I buy him as
No.
someone who used to be athletic.
Nope.
But
I bought him as Tracy Jordan, just one step away from Tracy Morgan.
Yeah, I've watched too much 30 Rock to be able to buy him as anything other than that.
I mean, I feel like he's playing a very similar character here based on the previews. I'm in on that. Like, I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna watch at least the first few episodes, see if it's any good.
You're gonna watch the fall, but not stay for the rise.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see. It'll have to hook me. Okay. I want to mention a couple other ads. Visa kept advertising that they were the only credit card accepted at the Olympics.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real with you, Visa. I don't think that's going to affect me. I don't think that I'm going to make a decision based off of what credit card is accepted at an event I'm never going to be able to go to. Like, if you were running ads that's like, yeah, like Visa is accepted at Uncle Sam's Subs down the street, you can go down and get a sub, I'd be like, okay, that's relevant to me. The Olympics, no, I'm never going to go there.
Arthur, I feel like you are ruling out the possibility of us as a committee being a going enough concern to attend either LA 2028 or Utah 2036, both of which are things, or 2034. 2034,
I don't know.
2034,
yes. One of those.
Yeah.
Sure.
That,
yeah,
we have some time.
That's real.
It's real. Those are real years.
Totally.
Brisbane 32.
That's a real place.
Is that what the money's for?
Yeah,
Going to Brisbane would be great.
Going to Australia is what the money's for?
Doing it. We're going to Australia.
Every good.
I can't wait. I can't wait to take
Australia eventually.
I can't wait to take.
Really? What sitcoms have gone to Australia?
I mean,
The Good Place doesn't go to Australia.
Well, maybe this new show with Tracy Morgan and Daniel Radcliffe is going to go to Australia, and I'll be the only one that's watching it, and I'll know.
Seinfeld went to Australia, right?
It feels like it.
You're the one here that's going to know that.
You're the only one that has Seinfeld lore.
No,
Simpsons went to Australia.
They didn't go. No, they did not.
Simpsons did.
Simpsons did.
They did. I remember that.
The Simpsons has been everywhere. Also, because The Simpsons is animated, so you don't actually have to go to Australia. You just have to.
It's real.
Don't do that.
Now I'm thinking about stupid, sexy Flanders going down the hill.
Yeah.
That's your Olympic coverage.
There you go.
I just want to officially say that I think the least annoying commercial, at least to me, that played all the time during the Olympics was the Pokemon commercial.
Correct.
And also, it taught me something because, like I've said, I've never done like actual Pokemon stuff outside of like a week or two of Pokemon Go when it was at its height, and I was visiting the grandparents, and like they asked me like, hey, well, like what is this hype about? Like, can you show us? So I have encountered I've encountered the Pokemon that have made it to Super Smash Brothers. So like I've heard some names. I could point out if you showed me pictures.
Okay.
But I had never heard the Jigglypuff like song.
Yes.
Yeah.
And in the commercial, I think is it Lady Gaga?
Yes.
It is.
Like actually sings the song.
Yes.
And let me tell you, last Sunday, right, it was like the Daytona 500 was happening. I had some hard Monster Energy, and like I was kind of drunk. And then hearing Lady Gaga sing that song, I was like, God damn, I do want to take a nap right now. That sounds so good. My mind was blown. My mind was blown by the Pokemon commercial.
You'll notice that every Pokemon listed is Gen 1 except for Zygarde.
Yes.
It just proves that Pokemon Company is still stuck in Kanto. We will always be in Kanto. It's eternal Kanto.
I mean, I don't know.
I have no
if
idea.
If you asked me, if I was in the Pokemon commercial, I would have said probably Rowlet, maybe Tinkaton.
Okay. Rowlet's a good choice.
I do also really like Dratini.
See, but we're back once again.
I know.
Kanto.
This is yes. I have returned to Kanto, but
guess what? They're remaking they're adding one of the remakes to the
Yes,
Switch.
Fire Red and Leaf Green are coming out for Switch too. This is a thing that you would know if the Pokemon Company had done a slightly better job of advertising besides the concept of Pokemon.
We're going back to Kanto again. It's Kanto again. It's always Kanto.
I don't know.
I mean, I like it. What's great is the only word I understand is Kanto is a region because that's where I used to live. I have one more that I want to give out. I want to give out an award for most impressive athletic performance at the cross country venue. I gotta give some honorable mentions here. The Swedish women's cross country team was very good. It was really interesting in terms of like on the women's side, it was like all about Sweden, and on the men's side, it was all about Norway.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, it was interesting how that broke down. Really, it just comes down to like which countries have people hitting their prime at the right moment. But yeah, that was interesting. And then of course you got to mention Klæbo for Norway. What I don't think people get, because I've seen people saying like, yeah, he won all these gold medals, but you know, like cross country skiing has like an inflated number of events. Man, it's like a lot of other kind of like running or speed skating sports in the sense that you have various distances, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you have like kind of sprint distances and you have, you know, your longer range distances. And a lot of times you will have athletes who are specialized in one or the other. And there's more of an overlap in cross country just because of the way that the sport is organized. You're probably going to end up racing it. And a lot of times what ends up happening is then there are people who are doing like the longer events, but it's like, oh, they're more of a sprinter, or they're doing the short events. And it's like, well, that's not really like, they'll be more of a contender when it comes to the longer events. Right. I mean,
it's like when Katie Ledecky swims a relatively short event.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you know, you have different distances and typically that's different athletes. Right. Like you don't have the same people winning the 100 meters and the marathon at the Summer Olympics.
No.
But Klæbo, like he just straight up won everything. Like he is able to win the sprint events. He's able to win the 50-kilometer race. Like that's crazy. It's crazy how much better he is than his competitors.
I think we talked about this on the show. Like, just put him in a biathlon event to see what happens.
I mean,
he could probably do. Legitimately, he could probably do okay even if he can't shoot. Like,
I don't know. That gets tough if you're missing every single shot, which with zero training you would.
Yeah. Only one way to find out.
I mean, I feel like there would definitely be demand. Like people would tune in for that. People would want to see that.
I would be interested in seeing that.
But I gotta give my award here for the best, for the most impressive athletic performance at the cross country venue. This of course goes to Nazgul the dog.
That's right.
The dog that got loose, ran onto the cross country course, and then ran the course and ran across the finish line and got scored by the like official photo finish camera. There's a shot of the dog that ran on the course crossing the finish line.
I think mine's going to go to the Billy Goat that tried to go up the ski jump. Yeah, that's mine. Everybody's all about the dog, but I was like, hey, no, you got to pay attention to the goat.
It's true. You do.
That's why he's the goat. He's going uphill both ways.
I have to give credit to the true gold medal winners of the Olympics. That's the United States.
Don't do that.
You know, we are, as in this podcast, I know we are known pro-America mouthpieces. So, of course, when I came up with a number of golds for the U.S., 65 golds total.
Yes.
If you count every gold medal that was handed out.
Correct.
That blows out Norway's petty 26. France's pesky 19, Germany's tiny 17. Now, I will say, Canada's 56 silvers. That's a lot, Canada.
It is a lot, Canada. I wonder how that happened. I would like to take this moment to appreciate a mother of Olympians, Ellen Weinberg Hughes, a member of the 1992 U.S. Women's Olympic Hockey Team, and as credited by Leslie Ryder on Blue Sky, mom and co-creator of the Hughes brothers, including Jack Hughes, who sacrificed his teeth and scored the overtime golden goal to win the men's Olympic gold medal in hockey today. Shout out to her. Shout out to women's hockey in general. That is, I just want to appreciate her. I also do want to appreciate the men's Olympic hockey team for bringing out the Goudreau jersey and then bringing out his kids and taking a picture with his kids. Like, I'm not crying. You're crying. Everyone's crying.
I went and did some Flonase because my allergies were acting up. And,
someone was cutting onions literally everywhere.
Yeah, it was tough. So, yeah, I think we angered the country of Norway today with that graphic. Yeah, we did on Threads of all places. Like, we never go on Threads.
We're on Threads.
We have an Instagram, and then like we created the Threads, like, I guess, like, for the day, and we're like, okay, this sucks. After like,
oh yeah, so mean, in the same way that like I'm on Threads, so people don't pretend to be me.
Yes,
but, like,
so we created the Threads. So anytime we post the Instagram, it just posts to Threads.
It goes to the Threads.
It just goes to the Threads. We're just like, okay, whatever, it goes to the Threads. And then so the post that Jordan made today with like, we were like, people were asking us like, what's the medal count if every team member, you count that for every team member that wins a medal, like including the hockey teams, the curling teams, the biathlon, all those teams, like the bobsleds, relays, everything. What would it be like? And so we posted it there, and then apparently Norway, big thread heads, were just like, you're all about American. You're just trying to rig the table to show that the United States was first. And I was like, and so like Jordan posted this and he was like, oh my God, look at all these replies. And I was like, okay. Did you see like the little icon with like the thread thing? It was like 20 or 30 or whatever.
Commish went through and did something all of them. He never does.
I just yelled at everybody on Threads. It was great.
Hell yeah.
It was therapeutic.
Person.
It was therapeutic.
Get their asses.
And then so like Jordan posted other things and I was like, this is like, I mean, like nobody was interacting with any of our other threads at all. Like the post that we posted, I was like, we've done the aluminum medal table. We've done the gold count by like if the gold is worth like 3 and 2 and 1. And then like, like this one was just like, oh, the Americans trying to show up. We gotta be number one. And I'm like, I yelled at everybody on Threads. I probably yelled at a bunch of Europeans today. It was great. Norway, you're number one. You won the medal count. It's great. You did it. We just asked what if. Like, why would you do this? Well, somebody was like, well, what if my fish was a bicycle? I was like, well, it's a fishicle. I mean, what do you want me to say? It's like, why did you do this? I was like, because we're stupid. We make stupid posts. That's our entire account. This is what we fucking do.
This isn't even stupid. This is just a logical conclusion to the question of.
There are way stupider posts that we could do. Like, yes. I want to start doing after every NASCAR Cup Series race, I want to start posting the rookie standings. Like, make a graphic to post the NASCAR Cup Series Rookie of the Year standings.
There's only one rookie, right?
There is exactly one. Yeah, Connor Zilic. I'm gonna call it right now. Connor Zilic will win. The Rookie of the Year in the NASCAR.
Somebody on our post was like, hey man, can you do the wooden spoon rankings? I'm like, what is wooden spoon? I was like, yeah, whoever finished last in every event and ranked them, like put those up there.
Yeah, no, that's like, a thing. That is a historical academic thing at Oxford.
Somebody from Czechia replied to it, and it was like some of the replies were like actually good, very few of them. But someone was like, in Czechia, we call that the potato medal instead of the aluminum medal. We call it the potato medal, the 4th place. You get the potato. And I was like, I
like that.
I like that. I would rather a potato than aluminum, I think.
Yeah. I mean, purely in terms of a thing you're gonna bite into, I think I'd rather have a potato than
For sure.
a medal.
Yeah.
My kid asked me why we bite medals.
I have no idea. I have no idea.
It's because you are ostensibly testing to see if they are real gold. Also, I really hope somebody got a picture of Jack Hughes with his broken fucking teeth and his gold medal.
Yeah, for sure.
I saw the picture that Lou Jean-Monod, the French biathlete, posted on her Instagram. She made a sandwich. Like, she had like 2 pieces of bread and then all of her medals stacked in the pieces of bread.
Let's do an ad read here. We have officially mailed out all of our stuff from our food bank drive. So give it another week or 2 to get there. And
yeah, I had an inkling, and I was like, I don't know if, like, I was like, oh my God, stuff got returned. I probably didn't get postage, whatever. But I mailed out everything. And if you haven't gotten anything, I would say by the end of February, please let me know, and I can resend some things if necessary. But like, I don't necessarily know what happened, because I mailed some stuff on the 6th and I think like the 13th. So I didn't see anything returned in the PO box when I checked this weekend. So hopefully everything made it there. Also, there was a couple of international deliveries I hope make it too. So if you don't get your items, please just reach out to us on any one of our socials. Comment on the YouTube, or if you're in the Discord, let us know, or email us. You got our email address.
One of these days, we're going to give them the PO box address.
I mean, I'm probably not going to check it that often anyway. So sure.
If you're going to games, and you should, because going to sports in person is always the best thing, you should use our offer code for Vivid Seats. Sickos 20 for $20 off your first order of $200 or more. Hey, dress like us. We're sharp folks. Buy things from Home Field Apparel, the softest, comfiest collegiate apparel. Commish, rocking the Kent State shirt.
The refrigerator
Arthur,
bowl.
with the Fightin' Taters hoodie, and me in my Tulane hoodie, as always. Apparently, some of their racing stuff is going out of print.
Yeah, the Hendrick Motorsports. Yeah.
Yeah, so if you like that stuff, go buy it.
Get it now.
Check out our Beehive, where we do all of our writing. Commish is continuing his Claim It or Not to Claim It series.
Yeah, I got some controversial selections going out on Monday, and then we're going to do another series, which is probably going to wind up into some podcasts too. So behind the Patreon paywall, we're going to go back and name retroactive Sickos national champions, and we're going to do that via Beehive too.
Go to our Discord, sign up for our Patreon. $5 a month gets you access to that Discord.
Yeah, we got 2 new tiers too. We have a $10 a month tier, which I haven't determined exactly what we're going to do. We also have a $100 a month tier, which I haven't determined what we're going to do. It's there. You could join them if you want. I don't know what the special benefits are now, but you could do it if you want to.
I won't come to your house and punch you.
I won't do that. It's not going to,
Otherwise, if you don't sign up for a $100 tier, I'm coming by your house. I am punching you. Go to our merch store at sickoscommittee.org. Sign up for, check out our subscribe to our YouTube, subscribe to our Instagram, our TikTok, and our Twitch. Shout out to Message Board Geniuses podcast. They go to places we refuse to go. And shout out to Feed Your Mascot podcast, where our friends Jeff and Blue talk about the culture around college football. We don't have a ton of college football news. I think the biggest story this week is that NIU's head coach, Thomas Hammock, famously of the, was it best poop I've ever had?
That was the best dump of my career.
Best dump of my career.
When he got the fried dump on him in the Potato Bowl a couple of years ago.
What was the best dump of your career?
I mean, I got to witness the Mayo dump this year. I would say that would be the best dump of my career.
I think last year's was better because what's his face was there. Flavor Flav was there.
Yeah, I mean, I think PJ Fleck by himself and then Flavor Flav as Tubby was kind of good. It was kind of weird to see Jake Dickert get his kids involved.
That was weird.
I was just like, oh my God, he's got his kids up there. They got to get out the way. Oh no.
Thomas Hammock is going to Seattle Seahawks as an administrative offensive assistant. I'm not even sure what that means.
Administrative offensive assistant. They were indicating it was probably going to be running backs coach. If you don't know, Thomas Hammock was a running back for NIU. He has set a bunch of program records in the early 2000s. And, he was the head coach for NIU. It was kind of like a dream come true. And then off cycle, he takes an NFL job. So this is the second, I guess, MAC coach to take an NFL job, but he's not really MAC. He's Mountain West. Last year was Scott Loeffler for Bowling Green, who went to be the quarterbacks coach of the Eagles.
Yeah, I mean, I think in this situation, NIU hasn't been great when he's been the coach. Like, especially if you look at like NIU had a run maybe a decade ago where they were consistently one of the best teams in the MAC. I know they're leaving the MAC, but like I don't think things had gone super well at NIU for Thomas Hammock, and so it probably wasn't going to be a job that I think he was kind of figuring out like, hey, this might not be a place I'm going to win, right? Like this might not be a place that I'm going to be able to use to get another job. So the opportunity comes up, you might as well take it before you get fired.
Yeah, I mean his third season as NIU head coach, he was kind of like on the outs, but then they improbably won the MAC that year, which bought them a couple more years. And then they won the MAC. Then the next year they went 3-9. They went 7-6, won the Camellia Bowl. They went 8-5, won the Idaho Potato Bowl. Last year they were back to 3-9 again. So,
but did beat Notre Dame last year?
No,
2 years ago.
Yeah, that's when they won the Potato Bowl. They also beat Notre Dame.
So
yeah,
it had its moments, but yeah, I mean, this is just sort of one of those.
I think the MAC is like, it's so hard to be consistent in the MAC, I will say.
Yeah.
Well, and now it's Mountain West,
unless you're Ohio, but yeah.
I think it's not just about being consistent. It's about like, what are you going to be able to do? Like, what can you put on paper at a MAC school that will make you attractive to where you can make that next jump? Because
that's what I hate right now is that MAC used to be cradle of coaches, and it's been very clear lately that being a good coach in the MAC does nothing for your career, which sucks.
It seems that way for like the Sun Belt games too. I mean, like Sun Belt coaches, like you have to hop, or you have to do hey, you got to do what Summerall did. Summerall did Troy, Tulane, and then now he's in the SEC, which is kind of rare. You gotta see like what happens, like a Sun Belt coach to get like a P4 job. You don't see that too often anymore.
Well, and ever since Florida got Billy, no one wants to do that anymore.
Well, I don't think it's about that. I think there's a couple things, right? One, the way that college football has changed, they're like the jobs at the top of the sport have gotten a lot different than even something in, say, the MAC, which is still FBS, but you do not have necessarily the booster management, the resource management that you have to be really good at a top power conference school. So what you're seeing is like guys might coach in the MAC and like or another group of 5 conference to prove that they can do the head coaching stuff, but then they have to do another stop somewhere else, either at a slightly higher level. Like Tulane is a step up from Troy, right? In terms of like the resources you have, like it's not SEC, it's not quite that level, but like you still there's it's not that there aren't rungs on the ladder anymore. It's like that there's just more steps, more boxes that
a lot of like the head coaches of G5 teams are now taking coordinator jobs of P5 teams. Like
where it's like you get on your resume that you can be a head coach, and then you have to go get on your resume that you can manage a power conference team.
An aspect of that team, yes.
Right. So I think that there are still coaches that can go from somewhere like the MAC. Like it is hard to win, period. Yeah. You look at someone like Sean Lewis who won at Kent State, and like has done a couple coordinator. He went to Colorado to be a coordinator. Like now he's at San Diego State.
Yep.
And then if he wins there, then he can probably get a power conference, higher level job from that. It's like there's more steps. It's rarer to see teams hiring someone straight out of there now that doesn't have
or you just do what Indiana did and hire James Madison as head coach. So
I mean, UCLA's giving it a shot.
Yeah, I mean, doing it.
Like Jason Kendall had to do what? Move laterally
to UConn.
UConn, I don't think that's lateral.
No, I think it's a move up. I think it's a legit move up in terms of resources. I think it's a move up.
Big time. I would say, yeah. UConn is not. I'm gonna say like UConn after they like a couple of years of just being in the bottom. Like they won 2 basketball championships, or like no, we're not gonna have the shitty aspect side of football too, and they put the resources there too. So I mean, UConn's been stepping up all over they got a good baseball team too. They made the College World Series a couple like deep runs in the College World Series baseball wise too. Also, their hockey's good.
The other thing I'll say about like especially G5 level, because like you get to the power conference and like if you can just kind of be okay once you get to that level, a lot of people are going to be okay with that because you are kind of at the top of the sport, even if like theoretically there's a job you could jump to, right? Like if you get, I don't know, like a Arkansas or a Mississippi State or something, like if you're doing well enough there to not get fired, like I think a lot of guys would take that. But when you're in a conference like the MAC, if you don't kind of like, you can tell which way things are going pretty quickly, I think. Mm-hmm. And you can say theoretically, like a coach could turn it around, but in terms of making them an attractive candidate for future jobs, in terms of like really advancing your career, you can tell pretty early whether or not your tenure in a job is going to help you or not. Right. Like even if you turn things around, if it's like, okay, well, this guy did win at this school in like the Conference USA, I'll shout them out because we haven't shouted them out yet tonight. But it's like, okay, if you started winning in like year 4 at like a CUSA school, that probably is like, it's probably not enough to really make you, because people are going to remember the other years, right? Whereas like
Casey Keeler to Temple.
Right. But like, see, he's someone that could, like, he's probably on the older side. I don't know that he's looking to jump up, but if you just look at it from a progression standpoint, right? Like if it takes someone,
Casey Keeler is definitely the, I just win, like Kurt Signetti Jr. kind of, because he's won at multiple levels.
If you can win relatively early, then it makes you look good and you can get that next job. But if it takes you a while, even if you do eventually get there, it's not the same. So I understand why you see coaches making these moves where it's like, you're going from being a head coach to, some assistant somewhere. So I mean, it's like, once you can figure out that it's not going to work, you might as well cut the bait and move on and try to find somewhere that will work for you rather than trying to ride it out. I think that's something that, we didn't used to see that we're seeing more and more.
Yeah.
D3 Curry football, famously of the Curry versus Coast Guard game this year, which ran to
that was not Curry. No, the Curry famous was the rushing record.
Oh yes, sorry.
Yes.
Was that also? It was also against Coast Guard, I believe.
No, it was against the team that gave up a bunch of points to Coast Guard.
Okay, I know the Coast Guard was involved here somewhere.
There was, no, I can't remember the name.
More like Coast not guarding much, giving up all those yards. Except it wasn't them; it was the other team.
Nichols.
Nailed it.
Nichols.
It was Nichols. Yes.
Nichols, but not that Nichols.
Nichols up north.
Nichols College. That Curry is announced an all purple turf. Love this.
Yeah.
Love purple as a field color choice. Purple's my favorite color. This just works out for me in a bunch of different ways.
Love the purple.
It's good.
It's good.
It's really good.
I look. I mean, let's have some fun. I mean, there's what 700 some odd schools, and there's what like 12 teams with colored turf.
I thought you were gonna say there's 12 colors. I was like,
No, there's 12 teams with colored turf. I
colors.
think only 12, maybe 15. I don't know. Not much, but a very small percentage have.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
All turf is technically colored turf.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me, sir. Green counts.
Okay. Sure. Well, how many schools have turf instead of grass now? I'm confused.
I'm trying to see here. If
No, I love this thing because this started as Curry made an April Fool's joke. And Curry so it was like, yeah, we're now going to a purple turf. And then like a couple years later, the April Fool's joke is coming true. Like, you remember the thing is like, if we like your April Fool's joke, you got to do it. Mm-hmm. And enough people love the April Fool's joke. Now Curry College is going to do it, which is phenomenal. That's how you got to do it there, Curry.
Also, it's going to have a whole bunch of lines on it for like lacrosse and other shit.
Oh, God.
Which is my other favorite.
Oh, yeah. I love that.
Yes. Multi-sport purple field. Beautiful.
Especially when the lines have to be permanent.
Oh, God, yes. It's going to be great. Are they all going to be in white or like different colors?
I just dropped a visualization. It looks like they're in like red. That red on purple is going to be real hard to see.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's like yellow. There's blue. Oh, my God. This is so good. Yes, I love it so much.
From up north, our friends at I believe, the Guelph University of Ontario,
yes,
Guelph Gryphons, just signed a linebacker named Kyle Assmann.
That's right.
Two N's.
Two N's.
Assmann.
No notes. Assmann, perhaps?
Assmann. The funny thing is that there was a Canadian Football League player. His name was Assmann too. And so I'm thinking this is his son.
Of the Ontario Assmann.
Yes. A CFL, like I'm just gonna Google search CFL Assmann.
I mean, you got to think that.
Oh, I found it. His name is Charles Assmann.
Right? It's a great name.
Like, I'm just imagine when you're like naming a child and you know what that last name is gonna like. You have to be thinking about that, right? Like, what's the name that's gonna go well with this?
I mean, yes, I am also thinking about Illinois Senator Tammy Duckworth, who is an amputee. And her favorite t-shirt reads, "Lucky for me, he's an ass man."
Okay, that's...
Her husband has tried to throw this shirt away and she has fished it back out of the trash can. I love her.
I wonder if these two ass men are related. They're still the same.
I think so. That okay. I couldn't like I was delving down the depths in the cracks.
It just feels like two Canadian ass men must be.
But apparently Charles Assmann went to the University of Guelph, and so this could be his son. But like looking at his personal life, I got nothing. It's just like he worked as an estimator for a construction company during CFL all seasons, but became a construction manager after his CFL career. And so he went to the same school. So I'm thinking...
it 100% has to be.
I'm thinking like he could be associated with the high school. Somebody said that he was associated with the high school that this Kyle, which I love that they did like a hype video for him on the Instagram.
Yeah.
And he's got like the hype Instagram video. And it's just like, I'm Kyle Assmann from Centennial CVI. And he's going to be like play for the Guelph, which is the same university. I'm thinking Charles and Kyle are related.
Lewis and Clark football, they're in D3, I believe. And they were
correct.
They were the Pioneers?
Yes, no longer.
No longer. They are now the River Otters.
Yeah. I love how they didn't really
ass name.
They didn't really even announce this whatsoever. They're just like, here's a picture. We're the River Otters now. That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like
it looks a little bit like Oregon State.
a bit,
but-
yeah. It's like, hey, new profile pic. We're now the River Otters.
Yeah. I do like it, but yeah, Commish, you sent this to me and I was like, this is Oregon State? But it's not Oregon State.
It's Lewis and Clark.
Yeah, I mean, I given the profiles of Oregon State and Lewis and Clark, I don't think people will be getting them confused.
No.
Like, Lewis and Clark is a small D3 liberal arts college, and obviously Oregon State is like a big state school.
Yeah.
They had 8 finalists to choose from when choosing a new mascot. I'll let you rank them on your own.
Okay.
The Cascades.
Nah.
The Herons.
The herons. Okay, that's a bird. We got enough birds.
The Lynx, which I would have loved.
Man.
The Mammoths.
No.
We just had mammoth in the Utah,
Yeah, I mean we got links in Minnesota.
Yeah, we got links in Minnesota. Aren't they the defending WA champs? No, they lost to the Liberty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Pronghorns.
Oh.
Okay.
North America's fastest land mammal.
Yes.
I know. I used to shoot a lot of those in Red Dead Redemption 2.
And the River Otters. Good.
Out of these, I like River Otters the most. So, well done.
Well,
Fun fact, a group of river otters is called a romp.
Their campus is right by the Willamette River too. Like it's up in the hills above the Willamette River, but it's right there.
It's right there.
Also, the Riverhawks and the Timberwolves as choices.
Nah.
No, wow, so they're really into Minnesota basketball teams.
What the hell?
Oh wow, that's really weird. But yeah, no, I think River Otters was your best choice.
Mm-hmm.
Winners.
Okay.
Ding, ding, ding.
Good for them.
Yeah.
Chicago State has a full schedule. Now, it is not an NEC schedule like you would think they might have because they play in the NEC in other sports. But they're not starting with an NEC schedule.
No.
Yeah, they're doing 1 year as a FCS independent before they join the NEC.
And I'll have to admit that there are some logos on here that I am unfamiliar with.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to their website.
Zoom in it.
So I'm looking at this now and having it like the size that it is in the show notes. Who are they playing on August 29th based on the logo? I don't know. September 19th. Oh, thank you for making it bigger. They are playing Roosevelt University, but I did not recognize that logo. September 19th, they're playing Butler. I know that Bulldog.
Mm-hmm. You're going the wrong way.
Oh, I am going the wrong. Why is it laid out like this?
This confused me a lot too.
This is terrible. Why is it down instead of to the right? Okay.
I don't know.
Anyway.
It's Chicago State. They do stuff different there.
September 5th, UT Martin. September 12th, I could not have told you who this was either. Kentucky Christian, who appears to be the Scarlet Knights.
All right.
We talked about Butler already because I can't read. September 26th, Norfolk State, behold the green and gold.
Behold the green and gold.
October 3rd versus Tarleton State. I know that one.
Yep, that Bevel.
At Tarleton State.
At Tarleton State. Oh my
Tarleton
God.
State. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Ooh, I could go see Chicago State play.
As you should. October 10th, they have a bye. October 17th, North Carolina A&T. I know that one.
Yeah, you do.
October 24th, Lindenwood. Could not have told you who
really
that was.
Wow, you don't know.
I have heard of Lindenwood. I would not have been able to pin the logo.
I mean, Dr. Dre shouts that out on California Love.
Okay.
Lindenwood, you always up to no good.
That's Inglewood.
I know. I'm just joking, but they're out of St. Louis.
I know where Lindenwood is.
I flew over Lindenwood, coming back from the brawl.
I remember that picture.
Yeah. Yes. I recall this now, but I still couldn't have told you what the logo looks like.
It was awesome.
October 31st versus Fort Lauderdale for homecoming. I could not have told you that Fort Lauderdale was the Eagles, but they are.
Okay,
isn't Fort Lauderdale? Isn't that one of them?
Not a real university.
Yeah, isn't that one of them schools?
That's one of those. That's they're kind of like Lincoln, California, who doesn't play football anymore now.
It's a strip mall.
They have a logo. It seems very legit.
We follow them. We follow, actually, I think, all their athletics.
That looks like a creative logo.
It does look like a high school logo.
Anyway, so they play October 31st, and then they have 3 bye weeks that are not marked, and they play Virginia Lynchburg, who are the Dragons, apparently, on November 21st.
Virginia Lynchburg is also a school. It is a legitimate school.
It is?
It is.
It is. No, Virginia Lynchburg, and I think Norfolk State could have a rivalry.
They are in the NCCAA, the National Christian Colleges.
No, I got the wrong Virginia. Blue's gonna kill me.
You're thinking Virginia State.
Yeah.
Virginia State.
Okay, I got it confused.
So yeah.
I think it's interesting looking at the schedule because most of the FCS, like we mentioned this with UTRGV last year, where like your first year as a program, you don't necessarily need a real schedule because you're not going to make the FCS playoffs anyway. So you can get away with scheduling a bunch of like D2, D3, NAIA teams, that sort of thing. So they play 5 road games and 5 home games, and all of their road games are against other FCS teams, and only one of their home games is. So those other 4 games are non-FCS, like they're lower level teams. So, we'll see. Maybe they can get some wins at home. Honestly, I feel like it'd be cool that August 29th game, right? That's like week 0 for us. I feel like it'd be cool to be able to say, like, yeah, I went to the very first Chicago State football game.
They're playing at the women's soccer stadium, correct?
No, it is not the women's soccer stadium anymore.
Oh, not anymore.
Oh, because they moved to Northwestern Stadium.
Yes.
Yeah.
So who's playing at the stadium?
Chicago State.
That's right, baby.
I have no idea. It's not MLS. It's not NWSL. I don't know what goes on there.
Huh. So no longer Chicago Stars. I'm trying to see who still plays there. It looks like it might be Chicago State.
Let's go, Cougars.
Chicago State.
No, there's
there's
Major League Rugby, and then there's MLS Next Pro.
Okay, so Chicago State, the football team is the Cougars, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, Washington State is Go Cougs with the C.
Oh God! Damn it.
O-U-G. Go Cougs that way, and then Houston is Go Cougs with the double O. Can we get like Go Cougs for Chicago State spelled a different way to confuse Jordan further?
Go Cougs with an O umlaut. Go Cougs.
Is there? Can we do it like Malort? Like the go and then put like, but it's Swedish. Like the
I'm the asshole that goes up to the bar and asks for my Malort.
Malort.
Can I have a shot of Malort, please?
Malort.
How you pronounce it? That's how you properly pronounce it.
Can we do that for the Goku and then put the Malort like, the O from Malort for the Go Cougs for Chicago State. Please.
Hey, Pitt Girl.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to start enforcing the short shorts, maybe.
Yes. Yeah. Somebody remembered the Juan Price rule.
I like to think that you yelled about this a couple of times on our podcast, and they're just finally catching up on our podcast.
Yeah, somebody listens to the show,
and then they're slowly doing it and catching it up.
Yeah, longtime listeners to the show will remember that Pitt had a defensive end whose name is Juan Price, spelled with an E, pronounced without it. That he wore knee pads. He had knee pads. They were rolled up inside his shorts, and he would inside his pants, and he would roll his pants up above his knees. And this was a thing that the NCAA didn't like in like 2016 or so. And so they made a rule against it, and then they didn't enforce it. And so now everybody is out there wearing even shorter shorts than Juan Price wore. And they made this rule that they don't enforce. But friend of the show, Chris Vanini, has pointed out that the NCAA is interested in actually enforcing it now. So somebody remembers.
Which were already against the rules.
Yeah, they've been against the rules for almost a decade because Juan Price did it and they didn't like it. And then they decided it was fine, except that it's not fine.
You just care about them being consistent, right?
I do.
If it were fine, then who cares?
I mean, yeah, I don't care that much either way. I think that, like, having read the Chris Vanini article, I think the people who are like, this looks kind of dumb are broadly speaking correct. I don't think
lots of dumb things.
Yeah, I don't think aesthetics are necessarily a good reason for penalizing it, but also, like, you know, it's probably better to wear knee pads that actually cover your knees than to not wear knee pads that actually cover your knees from a safety perspective.
I remember my 1 year of football that I played in like 8th grade. Like I lost my left knee pad. And I was just like hoping they wouldn't notice. And, you know, they didn't really notice. So, but I had like the pants like out there. But after like a couple of games, I got a new knee pad. I did not know how to like do the football pants well either. So it didn't go well for me playing football. That's why I stuck with baseball.
I would like to see if we're going to say players, they can't wear the short shorts. I think the refs should be in short shorts.
Oh.
Like,
yeah.
I think, obviously not for all weather, but like if it's nice weather, I want to see like a uniform with like just short shorts and
can we
like the referee stripes.
Can we get them like soccer refs? Because like soccer refs wear the really high socks, but they're in shorts.
I never thought about that. We allow our refs in soccer to wear shorts and we're just fine with it.
Yeah. But they have high socks on, like, you know, somebody's going to accidentally slide tackle them. Which, I mean, to be fair, sometimes you may want to.
I would also like to see coaches in shorts.
Yeah.
Because, like, right now, the only coach I can think of coaching in shorts was Mel Tucker when he was at Colorado. I want someone else to take up that mantle.
That was another coach who did it.
To be the one. It's possible. That's just the one I remember. Like when I say shorts, though, like I want like nice, like pressed shorts. You know what I mean? Like where it's like they look like kind of like nice. Like I don't want to say like full dress pants, but like you know what I mean? Like they look like nice pants, but except they only go down a little bit. You know? That's the look I'm looking for.
No, I want the trashiest netting inside shorts you can find.
What about like those bike shorts? Like the ones they wear. The ones that they wear at practice, like just make them wear on the sideline.
I think I'm with Pitt Girl here that I just want to see it equally enforced.
Yeah, I legitimately don't have strong feelings either way about what the rule is, but if the rule is going to exist, you should enforce it or you should not have it. Why do you have a rule that you are not enforcing?
I just want to see more people dress like LeBron James dressed for game 1 of the 2018 NBA Finals.
What did he dress like?
I'll put a picture in the chat. This was a year when the Cavs were in the playoffs and they made a big deal out of like the whole team got matching suits to show up to like the playoffs. And most of the playoff run, right, it was just like, yep, they all got these matching suits. And then game 1 of the 2018 NBA Finals, LeBron shows up, except now like he has shorts. They're still part of the suit, right? Like I want to be clear, like this is not like, oh, he's wearing some athletic shorts or something. Like no, this is like suit shorts.
Okay, made his own, got a pair of suit shorts, cutoffs. Okay,
suit shorts.
I've always wanted my suit to have cutoffs to go with it. Ole Miss tennis if you went to the game against LSU, you got a plushie, a generic yellow lab with red bandana stuffed animal. Where's Juice? Kept Lane. Where's Juice Lane? We haven't seen him. Where's Juice Lane?
This is like, I don't know. I feel like I don't know who tweeted it. Was like, oh, when you do your coaches promotions or whatever, like you buy your stuff before the coaching season was over or whatever. I don't know what that exactly was said, but I feel like this was like to get back at LSU tennis in some way. I don't know. It feels like it's a little bit. It feels like it's a little bit more meta than. But I love the promotions. Like, yeah, let's just generic dog with a red bandana plushie, squishmellow.
Let's say it's a little squishmallow. It's cute.
Yeah, it's great. We can get Pitt Girl one.
I'm trying to find people. I like department promos and giveaways, especially for non-traditional sports. They don't usually have crowds because sometimes you get really good stuff.
Yeah.
Because they're just desperate for people to go. So sometimes you get like an umbrella or like a Nalgene. Used to be back in my day, it was a Nalgene everyone wanted. So if you went to certain things, you'd have a Nalgene.
Yeah.
Because having a solid water bottle was just kids back in my day. All we had were Nalgenes, and we drank the BPA from them, and we liked it.
And they don't keep your water cold.
No, they sweat like crazy. It's really annoying.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never gotten a beverage container for attending a game people didn't want to go to. I've just gotten a beverage.
I definitely got a bunch of like free water bottles from various things at Pitt, but not Nalgene ones and not at sporting events.
Oh, no. I like activity fair type stuff. Yeah, you get a bunch of free stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Like actual name brand stuff is going to be expensive to just slap your logo on. So you might as well get the cheaper water bottle.
But a cheaper water bottle won't get people in the door. I feel like if you were giving out like fake Yetis or something, that's what would get people in the door. I got nothing.
Oh no, you're going to the last part.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I forgot. I'm in charge of this. Sorry.
You are, yes. You, as usual, yes. You are driving the bus, Jordan.
I didn't know if he froze again, like his computer gave out or whatever.
Y'all, I've been watching the temperatures as we've been doing this podcast.
Oh my god!
Listen, they are not balmy. They are balmy temperatures.
Okay.
What does that mean?
Touching the 90 centigrade for my processor.
Okay.
So our last thing is an improbable goal from the A League. The A-League is the top level of Australian and New Zealand soccer.
Yeah, so on Sickles FC on Blue Sky, which is our soccer account, I finished all the MLS watching on Saturday night when they opened the season. And this was the Auckland team versus the Wellington Phoenix. Wellington is home. It is in the 24th minute. And the Auckland player decides to just basically hoof it the entire way of the field from nearly their box all the way towards the Wellington Phoenix keeper. You could probably just play this clip here, Jordan.
Intention to look for the number 7, the man up the top of the golden boot.
It's long by Gielgud Reich, and goodness me.
Oh no!
Yeah.
No!
You can check the replay. Just do it. Keep more. There's more.
What an absolute catastrophe for Josh Oluwayemi and Jake Gielgud Reich in the most extraordinary of circumstances.
So many surrender cobras, and then the Auckland fans are just going nuts.
No one knows
So I love you can watch the clear here.
It's all around Sky Stadium.
It's just like, okay.
It is hooked forward. Josh Oluwayemi can step back into his 18-yard.
He gets a head on it, right?
Yeah, and he heads it in his box.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Heads into his own box.
Oh no, disaster button.
You gotcha.
So
listeners.
So I was up, like the MLS games just finished, and I was up doing this, and saw that what happened. Auckland wound up winning that game 5-0. That was just the first goal. The coach for the Wellington Phoenix basically resigned the post game presser. Like after the game, he resigned.
Quit.
Yeah. He resigned in defeat immediately afterwards. I just want to give you the manager's name for the Wellington Phoenix. It was Giancarlo Italiano.
I'm sorry, Giancarlo Italiano.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That is like he committed some crimes or was a witness or something, and he's trying to lay low, and that was the fake name he could come up with.
Because if you called him Jimmy the Italian, which is basically what his name means, that makes way more sense.
The funny thing about this gentleman, Giancarlo Italiano, he was
Jimmy the Italian.
He was born in Sydney, Australia.
Oh, of the Sydney Italianos.
Yes. So it just says on his Wikipedia page, is like Italiano resigned as head coach immediately after the match. He announced his decision during the post-match press conference, claiming responsibility for the result and that it was unacceptable with the season still in progress. The club confirmed his departure shortly afterwards. Like after that occurred, in the New Zealand Derby, like just, I didn't realize it was that bad, but it was just like, oh my God. Like, I don't know what the goalkeeper was doing.
Yeah,
like he could have just backed up and like to the 18-yard box. Instead, he's just like, okay, I don't know if he got lost in the sun. I have no idea what he was doing, but why was he so far out of that box? And then it was just like, okay. And he was like, oh no, I see it, but let me like jump back to get it, but I can't touch it with my hands and accidentally had it in my own net.
He went to Notre Dame, Australia.
Notre Dame, Australia.
The University of Notre Dame, Australia, which is a real place.
Oh my God.
Is Touchdown Jesus upside down there?
No, but he's just pointing the little fingers forward like AFL refs.
Okay.
I'm looking at it like I don't. Does he look Italian?
Yes.
Okay.
But I feel racist by saying that, so no. I'm not allowed to say that.
I feel like he kind of looks like Commish a little bit.
Oh, okay. Maybe.
He throws his shirt away whenever the team loses.
He was throwing his shirt away. Where is the
okay? He's a coach. He's a coach.
He's a coach.
Yeah, he's a ball coach.
Carlo Italiano. I'm gonna have to follow the Wellington Phoenix now. You are now my team in the A League. They are in.
Well, he's not the coach anymore. He resigned.
Well, they're still my team now. After this occurring, this is Sicko's nature here. They are in 11th place out of 12. There's no relegation in the A League, I think.
No, there's not.
There's only so they are they're tied essentially with the Perth Glory. Auckland is second in the league. So yes, the A League. Which I love that. Like if you're ever up late, like sometimes the Australian soccer games are starting, which is amazing. It's fun. It's how I used to watch rugby in on Fox Sports World in college.
Okay, folks, that's what we got for tonight. We will see you all on the other side.